Hey everybody, welcome back to the weekly Aldi haul. Yes, I am back at Aldi and I'm very pleased with what I found this week. It's a pretty big haul, partly because there's some changes coming to the way that the big dog is going to have to eat. I needed to buy a couple extra things that I don't normally buy. But let's just jump in and, we'll go over what I bought, the changes that are coming, and of course, my meal plan. All right, so back here we have our Friendly Farms 2% milk. It's a half gallon. That is for the big dog to drink. Um, I could have gotten the whole milk, but I thought 2% is a little healthier for him. And then next to that is our Friendly Farms half and half. And according to the sign on the door, it said it was $1.35, which is their price I always see. Now, last week at Lidl, their quote sale price for the same type of half and half was $1.35. But what I had noticed was what I really like about this Friendly Farms one here is that it is ultra pasteurized, so it lasts a lot longer. Whereas the one last week from Lidl that was quote on sale for the same price was just pasteurized, so it would have been bad in like 2 weeks. Anyways, then I have here my 1 dozen Golden Hen large eggs. Don't know what the price actually is until I look at the price tag, but or the receipt, but it did say 71 cents on the door when I opened it. So maybe it did drop in price. Okay, then I have here a loaf of the Love and Fresh 100% whole wheat bread. Now, this is part of the change that's coming for the big dog because he did have a checkup with his doctor, and basically he needs to watch his sugar intake. So since not everybody can change their diet on a whim or their eating habits on a whim, I'm trying to make smaller changes for him. So that includes 100% whole wheat versus like the split top or the white bread. Because at least if he's got to have bread, it'll have the nutrients and the fiber that comes with whole wheat. Now, at first, he kind of grimaced when I mentioned whole wheat, but I have bought this before and he's eaten it without a problem. So, ignorance is bliss, I guess. Okay, then I have here some baby carrots by Grimway Farms. And, I use carrots a lot, whether it's for my kimchi or if I'm just making a quick stir fry or now for salads. Because the big dog needs to, I'm going to make him eat more garden salads, so we'll put some carrots in there. I can't eat raw carrots; they make my throat itch. So, I don't eat those, but we can certainly chop some up and put it in a garden salad for him. Okay, then we have here some Fresh Air Farms asparagus. These look pretty good. They're a little thin, but I don't mind because what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to air fry them all together with some seasoned fish. I have leftover cod in the freezer, but I also bought more fish this week because I think usually when I make this dish, I just make enough for us to eat maybe like 2 pieces of fish and I have something left over for lunch, but I'm going to make a little bit more. I may have to use my little divider in the air fryer, to give me 2 layers and put fish on top of that. Okay, then back here, I don't usually buy this. This is, what is it? Master's Touch Vine Sweet Sunshine Peppers, or Taste of Sunshine. But anyways, they're sweet peppers. I usually just buy, the sweet peppers, the whole bell pepper. But like I said, since the big dog needs to eat less, basically less sugar, instead of like cookies and crackers and muffins and stuff, I thought sweet peppers would be better. So, and also, I'll eat these as a snack and, just grab it and munch on it. And also, we can chop these up and put it inside of a garden salad for him too. So that's why I thought we'd try this one. I don't know if it's any sweeter than the ones I usually buy. We'll see if it is. Hopefully he'll like it. Okay, then back here we have the green seedless grapes. These were on sale. Don't remember the exact price. Of course, it's down here on the bottom part of the screen, but it was on sale, so I do recall it was under $1 a pound. So of course, compared to last week, I am very happy. Then I have here something I don't usually eat. I usually only have kiwis when it's like on top of a cake or something, but you know, those fruit tarts. But I saw a commercial for kiwi and it just looked really good. And they were on sale. I think it was like $2.99 or something for this, for 2 pounds. So I thought, you know, I'm gonna just like prep it and put it in my container and bring it to work and have it like, you know, my after lunch snack. I figure, you know, just I think you just cut it and then you spoon it out of the skin. So we'll see what it's like, and you know, the big dog hopefully will like it, and he can have that if he's craving something sweet. Okay, then we have here my broccoli crowns. Now this wasn't as expensive as Lidl, but it has gone up a little bit in price. Used to be $1.30 something. Now today it was like $1.45 or something. But anyways, this is gonna be for tonight. I didn't make the air fried chicken legs this past weekend because we went out to eat. So we're having it tonight, and as our side, I'm going to blanch the broccoli, and I'll probably boil some eggs on the side, and then we're gonna make, you know, mix them together, and then dip it in a sauce that has like some Kewpie and oyster sauce. So that's going to be our vegetable to go with our air fried chicken legs. Okay, then I have here an English seedless cucumber by Sunset. This is I could put it in the salad, but I'm also going to put it in my tuna salad for lunch. Okay, then I have here just a regular cucumber, the one that has more seeds. This is going to definitely be for the garden salad. So what I hope to do is chop up things beforehand. Chop up the carrots, chop up the cucumbers. I have some celery in there, onions. I'm going to have a bowl of pre-chopped vegetables. And then, of course, voila, I have here the Simply Nature Organic Spring Mix. And usually it was mostly for me to take for my lunch and dinners at work, but I'm going to encourage the big dog to eat more of it. And by pre-chopping those vegetables, he can have a hearty garden salad with very little work. Okay, and the last vegetable I have here are some Sunset grape tomatoes, I think, or yeah, grape tomatoes. And of course, these you can just wash them and throw them right on top of the salad, so it'll be very, very easy. Okay, then I have here the Chunk Light Tuna by Northern Catch. This is the one that's in water. I bought 5 this week because aside from like my tuna salad for lunch that I like to take, I also want to make like a fish patty. I have some salmon in the pantry, and I thought I could make that, and also some tuna patties. And it's really simple. You just you know, drain the fish. You add garlic, onion, some salt and pepper, and an egg to kind of bind things up. Can't remember if you put flour. I'm not entirely sure. I have to look at the recipe. But then you also add just a smidgen, like maybe a teaspoon of sesame oil to give it a little different flavor. Then you just do a quick pan fry. So I figured that could be one of our meals, you know, some fish patties. And I'm also going to make on the side for that a miso soup. So I have lots of miso in the fridge. So I'm going to go to the Asian store later. I'm going to buy some Korean radish. I'm going to buy some big Shanghai bok choy. And I'm going to buy some enoki mushrooms. And I figured with all that plus onions, it'll be a nice, pretty hearty miso soup. And I might buy some kamaboko fish cake as well, because you can chop some of that up and put it in the soup. So that will be another meal, some miso soup and fish patties. Okay, then I have here the Lunchmate deli style smoked uncured ham. This of course will be for his breakfast sandwiches. You know, which they don't have too much sugar in it. I mean, you know, he'll have an egg, ham, and cheese, and then on top of that will be whole wheat bread. So hopefully it's not too bad. Okay, then I have here the Black Angus thin sliced sirloin tip steak. And of course, it says great for fajitas. Now, this is a lot more expensive. Used to be like $5 a pound or so. Now it's up to $6.49. Now, normally I don't necessarily have to buy this cut for a stir fry, but the one I am making is a Korean style beef and mushroom stir fry. So that's where that's what I'm also going to use those enoki mushrooms for. I'm going to buy some dried shiitake mushrooms because, you can keep it in the pantry and just rehydrate them in water when you need them, as opposed to fresh mushrooms, which kind of get gross after a few days. And so I'm going to use the two types of mushrooms, going to be shiitake and enoki mushrooms. And in the recipe, she says to use thinly sliced beef. You don't have to use a specific cut as long as it's thin. So this one is already pretty thinly sliced, so it makes a lot less work for me. I just have to slice them up into smaller pieces, but at least I don't have to make them really thin. So that's why I bought this one. If it wasn't so important, I would have just bought like stew beef because it is cheaper. Okay, then we have here the Appleton Farms Premium Sliced Bacon. Like I always say, I like to keep one in the fridge. This past weekend, we were both home, so I air fried some bacon up for the big dog's breakfast. Okay, back here is the Fremont Wild Caught Pink Salmon. This is a 2-pound family pack. This is going to be for the asparagus and fish that gets air fried together. Like I said, I have the cod, but there's not that much left, so I wanted to supplement it, and I thought we could have some salmon. And I like these bigger family packs because sometimes the smaller ones don't have enough. Okay, then I have here the what is this? Breakfast Best fully cooked original pork sausage patties. Now this is what I was looking for last week at Lidl that I couldn't find. So I bought those cute teeny tiny raw breakfast pork patties. Now I did end up using part of it last week, but because they were so tiny, it wasn't ideal for the sandwiches, and they were raw. So this is what I wanted, was fully cooked patties, so I can just take out one at a time, and I could pop it in the microwave to make it a little soft, not to cook it entirely, and then put it with his grilled cheese sandwich, like maybe brown it up to give it a little bit of a crisp, and then throw it in the sandwich, and then it'll be a nice breakfast sandwich. It's something different. So I've got the ham, but then if you want something different, we got the pork sausage patties, and being that they're frozen, I'll throw them in the freezer. Don't have to use them over a specific period of time. Okay, now, as I mentioned, the big dog needs to watch his sugar intake. So we already use Splenda in our coffee just because I prefer that to sugar, and you can buy the packet, so that's what we keep out by the coffee maker. So I was hoping to find brown sugar like this, but they only had this one, which is Sweet Additions calorie-free stevia sweetener, and it says cup for cup. It measures just like sugar and great for baking. So not all the recipes I make, I'm going to substitute this because some recipes, the sauce literally calls for like a teaspoon of sugar, and when you think about it, it's for multiple servings of food, so it's a negligible amount. But there are some dishes where it calls for up to a quarter cup because it is like a sweet sauce, maybe a sweet and sour or something. So I thought for those instances, to make it healthier for the big dog, I'm going to replace it with artificial sweetener. Now I've tried, like I said, Splenda. We put in our coffee all the time. But I thought I'd try this stevia. They had the Splenda in this exact same bag for the same price. So I thought, well, let me just try this one. If we don't like it, next time we'll buy the Splenda replacement. Now, I remember years ago having brown sugar replacement. I believe it was by Splenda. So the next time I go to a big grocery store, I will look for that. And that way's the same thing. I can use it to replace brown sugar in recipes when it's more than like 1 or 2, up to maybe 2 tablespoons. Okay, and then last week I bought this Health Aid Kombucha. I bought the pink apple or Pink Lady apple flavor. It didn't taste too bad. Like I said, it tasted kind of reminiscent of beer because it is fermented. But the big dog really likes it. Now, he doesn't drink a lot at once. He'll have a few swigs here and there in the morning or something. So I thought, and he said he wanted to try some different ones. So here's some pomegranate. Now, it's got some sugar in it, but it's not as terrible as it would be if he was drinking the Fago sodas and sweet teas that I used to make for him, especially since he only drinks a little bit at a time. So this was the same price as it was at Lido, $2.95, but they had these as well. Now this one is the Vitalife organic kombucha. This is berry nirvana flavor, and this is their ginger awakening. So this one has, sugar in it as well. Um, I thought we'd give these a try. These were a little bit less than the Health Aid, and they're both 16 ounces. So we'll see if he likes these. I think they're like $2.39. I can't remember exactly, but I wanted to try this ginger one. Give it a try. Just take a few sips here and there. Now, while I enjoyed the kombucha, um, I myself changed the way I eat a little over a year ago, about 13 months ago. And since that time, I have lost a lot of weight. I mean, I wouldn't say half my body weight, but I lost a lot. And it wasn't from doing low carb or keto or anything. Mostly it was just making better choices. As you see, I eat a lot of fruit, I eat a lot of vegetables, fish, and I also do a lot of portion control. I mean, I listen to myself. If I feel content, then I don't have to keep stuff in my face. I used to just eat till I was full and then be like, oh, it tastes so good, let me eat some more. So just by doing those things, I have managed to lose a lot of weight and get a little bit healthier. So for stuff like this, it's not completely necessary to be drinking kombucha because I just drink a lot of water. And the only other thing I drink during the day is coffee in the morning. So something like this, because it does have extra calories I really don't need, I take a little sip here and there, but I'm going to let the big dog drink most of it. Because he's not watching his calories, he just needs to watch his sugar. Okay, so he does still want snacks. So pistachios are fine because it's a whole food. It's not highly processed like those cookies he likes to eat or those muffins. And I do believe he took the cookies to work. I'm not entirely sure. I don't see them. I'm hoping he did, but it's, he's a full-grown adult. I can only encourage him to eat correctly. Like he's out with his daughter right now, and I reminded him, don't be drinking soda or sweet juices with his meal. Just watch what he's drinking. We shall see. Okay, so the last thing I have here is some Belle V Bold. It's like bubbly water, sparkling water. We'll see how it is. Because he really, one of his weak points is he can drink water, but he always likes some flavor to his water. So we did buy some hint water yesterday. We stopped by the Dollar Tree to pick up some stuff for his mom. And he says it's okay. It's not his favorite. It has to be ice cold because otherwise he says it tastes like, I think it tastes like a laxative he had to take when he was in the hospital a couple years ago. So we'll see how these are. I mean, it's bubbly, so maybe he'll like it. But at least it doesn't have any sugar in it. So for this week, we got this, and then he's got his hint water, different flavors. And we also bought these packets of like sugar-free juice mix. I told him limit himself to like one a day, like it's 16, 17 ounces of water to one little packet. I said, you don't really need all that artificial stuff. So we'll see. Hopefully he will pay attention. Because like I said, changing your lifestyle and the way you eat is not easy. You really have to be committed. And whereas I didn't find it too difficult because I replaced it with that to me tasted like really good food, whole foods. The hardest part was probably just the portion control. But for the big dog, he can be a little stubborn. So we're going to make small changes, get, slightly flavored drinks and whole wheat bread. I'm going to also try and find some whole wheat flour, so the times that I need to use all-purpose flour, it'll be whole wheat. I've also already bought brown rice, so I mix it like, I would say like mostly brown rice and a little bit of white rice, so that when we eat our Asian dishes, and I love my rice, we at least have the whole part of the rice as opposed to just the bleached white rice grains that don't have any fiber or anything. Okay, so my meal plan for this week, as I mentioned, is the air fried chicken legs we're gonna have tonight. That's gonna, have the broccoli as a side dish. Then we're gonna have the fish patties with some miso soup. Then we're gonna have air fried fish with asparagus, be it salmon and frozen cod. Another thing we're gonna have, I'm gonna use these eggs for. We're gonna have some loco moco, which of course I'm gonna put on top of brown rice. And because we do have in the freezer some hamburger patties that we had bought, and I'm trying to use up stuff in the freezer. And then for a side for that night, I think I'm going to stir fry some baby bok choy, um, just with like maybe some beef bouillon or something. And then the other thing I wanted to make was going to be the Korean style beef and mushroom stir fry. So that's 4 meals for the week. I think that should, take care of everything. We usually do treat ourselves to one night out, just to give me a break from all the cooking. And, we'll see how the big dog's journey is this week in terms of improving his eating. He is going back to get more blood work so we can kind of get a better idea of, where we are and how drastic the changes need to be. So, anyways, I know this is a little long. Sorry about that. But I hope you enjoyed this haul. It is bigger than it's been in several weeks. And, if you are brand new here, thanks for watching. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And to the people who have been subscribed, thank you very much. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And I will see you all next week with another Aldi haul. Take care and stay safe. Bye.